Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining. My name is Ryan Okimoto. I'm the National Training Manager with Brilliant Smart Home Systems. You are here to learn about how we can make your smart home or apartment the de facto standard, best in class, most affordable, easiest system to use to bring that smart home technology to everybody. In this presentation today, we'll run about 10-15 minutes of the presentation, followed by another 10-15 minutes of a live demo. We're going to answer all your questions and give you some follow-up instructions to visit our virtual booth as well as schedule a meeting. But with that, we're going to go ahead and dive on in. So the Brilliant Smart Home System, what is this? But before we talk about a smart home system, we really need to understand the idea of the smart home and kind of the problems that have been around in this space, because what we found is that the smart home, it's really everywhere now, and it's going to be about half of the homes are going to have a voice assistant in them by 2022. The average number of connected devices, 21 connected devices here on the screen, and when you think about that, it used to just be your phones, tablets, and computers. It's since evolved into lights, locks, doorbells, thermostats, speakers, you name it. It's now becoming a connected device. So as we think about this space, we see that the demand is there, and that's not just from smart devices. For homes, it's even in the smart apartment space too. I don't need to read these numbers. You guys can read them there. But these properties that are trying to differentiate beyond just the common areas, well, let's bring things like smart technology in to save energy inside of apartments, to save energy inside of homes, control the lighting, control the experience, control access. These are desirable amenities in the multifamily space as well. The problem that we've seen on both the single family and multifamily side is that there's been a lack of true control systems to integrate everything together cohesively. A lot of times it's done through mobile, which is maybe great for that one person who's the tech savvy person, but not great for the rest of the family. So it's, we haven't made it easier for the whole home and the whole family to use. It's just that one person. If you try and use voice, that can siphon you into certain ecosystems of products. Or the TV, when they talk about the voice assistant, makes your whole home blow up. So voice is really only good in certain situations. So the other systems that are out there, and we always say these are good systems. We encourage top-down sellings, but they're just cost prohibitive. They're a long installation process. They take a custom programmer. Oftentimes they lock you into long-term contracts or monthly fees that might have to be passed down to that home buyer or that resident. So it's not an ideal situation. And when we're talking in a more expensive cost, this is, $10,000 on a system, which just when you try and extrapolate that out, we just don't have the finances for it. It just doesn't make sense. So we say Brilliant gives you the opportunity to own every home, own every apartment. That's what we're able to do really as a smart home system. So we're more than just a smart light switch. We're a smart home system first that's going to work for every job on every budget, whether you're a builder or a developer, and give you complete control of not just the smart technology that you want to have, but those home buyers and residents want to have as well. And really all you need to get started is a single Brilliant control of your choice. We have our single gang control all the way up to the 4-gang. These are really the exact same product. The only difference is where it's going to go. So simply look inside your home or apartment that you're in right now. If I look over my shoulder, I see 3 light switches on the wall. That means I would get a 3-gang Brilliant to replace it. That's all we're doing is replacing a light switch. You do need to make sure you have that ground and neutral wire, which thankfully is to code after 1981, so we're just good there. But that's it. That's the foundation of the entire system. And now we can build out and control all of the smart technology that we want to integrate with. Beyond just the controls, we also have our smart dimmer switches right here. Obviously, you don't need a control with a touchscreen in every location in that home or apartment. That's where we can round out your smart lighting solution with our smart dimmer switch, which has motion control built in. We can activate some scenes, and we'll explain to you what that is with the live demo, capacitive touch, but now we can make any sort of standard light a smart light that's built into our system and tied in together cohesively. Now, what can the Brilliant control system do? We can do everything from obviously smart lighting because we are directly taking those lighting loads. We have built-in voice. So the Amazon Voice Assistant is natively built in. You do not need a dot, echo, tap, or show or anything like that. Simply log into your account and get those normal voice experiences that you would have. We have a mobile application. So if you've left, you can still check in on that home, see if you left lights on, see if the thermostat is still running. Check those little nuances that give you that peace of comfort that technology is designed to do. I mentioned climate control. We have multiple partners on that front. Music partners for distributed audio. Now we have an in-wall control for our music that everyone can access. They don't have to download another app. We do lock control. We do building access. We have a camera built in to double check, use it as a little puppy cam in this case, like we're showing right there. So I can be remote anywhere in the world as long as my phone has data and check in on my home, check in on that place that I'm, want to go into for comfort. We also have automation built into our pieces with motion detection in scenes. So motion detection, we can have lights turn on when there's motion, lights turn off when there's no motion. Additionally, with scene control, we can go ahead and say, hey, every morning at 8 o'clock, I want my lights to turn on to a certain brightness. I want my music to start playing. I want my thermostat to turn up. I want the door to unlock. Any combination of the smart technology that you have, we can now make so it's automated. So think of a good morning scene, I'm home, good night, party, demo, tour, whatever you want, we can integrate all of that in together, which is a great experience. And as for those brands that we work with, this is just a short list of, some of the partners that we have. For a full list, you can always visit our website, brilliant.tech, click on the Works With page, but these are the brand names that your home buyers and residents are asking for. A lot of these products they might already have themselves. So now when we implement an ecosystem like Brilliant, well, any sort of technology that end user might have already had, they don't have to throw away. They don't have to store somewhere. They can integrate into the experience that you are now providing. So just a great partnership. And this is going to continue to grow and expand at no additional cost to you. There is no monthly fee for Brilliant or anything like that. We provide free updates every 2 weeks to make the product better. Sometimes it's usually something small like squashing bugs. Occasionally it's a partnership, an advanced feature such as Sonos grouping, or maybe it's a completely new integration partner. So if there's a brand that you don't see on here that you would like to see, let us know, give us that feedback, and we can actually come to the table and say, hey, we're working with this builder or this multifamily developer, and they have X number of units. They really want to get Brilliant going. How can we have that conversation to make it happen? So this, again, will continue to grow and evolve, which is a great feeling because it's all about simplicity. As far as what the installation process looks like, we are just replacing a light switch. Brilliant itself is actually two-piece construction. I can press up with my thumb from the bottom. This little faceplate pops off. So I can put this, replace the light switch, test my light buttons by pressing the little lights right there. Lights turn on, great, it's been wired properly. Snap on my faceplate, that's it. No extra gear, no extra hubs, no extra wires, no server room, none of that stuff. Wi-Fi connectivity over the 2.4 gigahertz frequency is all that you need. From there, you're off and running. It's really as easy as that, and that's so much of the value proposition. It's clean, it's simple, it's easy. Our single gang starts at an opening price point of $299, and again, when there's no monthly fee attached, that's it. That's a one-time hardware cost that, like we mentioned, will continue to evolve, continue to get better. You can listen to me, or you can listen to our in the industry that's out there. Tons of glowing reviews. I encourage you, please do your homework on Brilliant. See what we've done since we were founded in 2016 and we first launched our products in 2018. It's just been quite remarkable, the growth and capabilities that this product's been able to do to make the smart home experience much more simple. In addition to that, I have a couple case studies for you because we're trusted by builders and developers across North America. The first one is Zom Living. We just installed in a high-rise down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 456 units. They made this package a standard. Depending on the apartment, it's actually 1 to 2 Brilliant controls, including 2 to 5 of our smart dimmer switches. Smart plug is in there as well for any sort of corner lamp that they might want to have. They included a Honeywell thermostat for that smart comfort with the temperature. And finally, a Butterfly MX intercom system for that building access and entry. So someone can go up to the front of that building, of that high rise, and say, all right, let me find Ryan in unit 303. They find me and ring me, and guess what? It pops up on my Brilliant control. I can let them in and grant them access into the building. And now if my phone's in the other room, I don't have to worry about that. So not only are we bringing a great resident experience for themselves, we're enhancing the resident experience for these other products as well. As far as what we do on the smart apartment side, if you're a multifamily developer, we have 2 different experiences. The first is that resident experience, which is kind of what we talked about here. The second is our back-end SaaS offering of the Brilliant Command Center, where you as a property owner and operator will be able to remotely manage the move-in, move-out processes, really drive up that NOI to make sure thermostats are not running when units are vacant, to make sure doors are locked, to make sure everything is working as it's supposed to. I encourage you to schedule a meeting with us if you are a multifamily developer to learn more about the Brilliant Command Center and its offering. In addition to that, we have tons of single-family home builders across North America. We're highlighting K. Hovnanian right here. This is the package that they've standardized on. Every single one of their new home builds is going to be coming with a Brilliant control, along with an Ecobee thermostat, a Ring doorbell, and an additional Amazon Echo Dot. And you'll notice on the price point of these homes, they've made this a standard at opening price point homes as low as $300,000. This is still a standard. So when we say any budget, we really do mean that. This is just one case study. We have another where there's multi-million-dollar homes that is standardized on about 3 Brilliants, plus some Sonos amps, some smart lighting, and a couple other nice features that are built in. Note that Brilliant will work with you to be that smart apartment and smart home consultant to understand what's the right technology, what's the right ecosystem, because many of you might not have an IoT expert on staff. Let us be that consultant. Let us be your guide in your journey with smart home, because it is a little bit intimidating, and we want to help you through this process. Work with you on what the right products are for your building or property. We'll train your team, whether that be sales staff, whether that be on-site facilities, you name it, we work with you. We have a Brilliant Certified Expert training program as well. We work with you on that installation support as well as resident support. We have things like user guides. We give you some product to work on that product evaluation if you're going to standardize on Brilliant. We'll work with you on getting Brilliant into your model home or model apartment, so then your sales staff can really provide that best-in-class experience to help you differentiate your buildings and properties from the guys across the street or the other builders across town. And of course, we'll give you marketing support for how you want to market it. If you want to market your smart properties and smart buildings as energy efficient, we'll work with you on that. Whether it be, we want to make it to the 9s and include all the technology, we'll work with you on that. What does that technology look like? Or excuse me, that marketing assets look like? It looks a little bit like this. We have customizable collateral with one-pagers available for you. We'll help you out with any sort of web content and even social media. We have signage that can hang over the Brilliant control when it's inside that modeled unit. So you can look and your eyes are drawn to it, say, hey, engage with this. This is going to be part of that package. We have imagery, we have assets. I mentioned user guides. We understand technology can be a little bit intimidating. This is the most user-friendly experience to bring to everybody. And when we talk about the experience, there's no better way for you to see it than actually live inside of a house. So we're not going to go to a canned experience that I have on the table. You're getting a live experience here in the house. So I'm going to pick up my laptop and we're going to walk on over to a Brilliant control. So when we say a live demo in a house, this is the real life experience. I'm going to plop you down right here next to my front door. And the first thing you'll notice right here, hey, we got a lovely little photo of the dog. So Brilliant does double as a digital photo album. People will be able to upload up to 50 of their favorite photos right here. And this, if you want to, this can be used for any sort of marketing assets, talk about your properties, talk about your homes, any sort of specific thing. But it's nice that you can just walk by, the screen lights up, and you get reminded, yeah, this is a digital photo album as well. But again, this is everything. It's just connected to Wi-Fi. So when I see and I look at this, I see I have 2 sliders right here. This replaced traditionally 2 light switches. The light switch on my left is my corner lamp. And as I drag my finger up, you can see my corner lamp right here just turned on. And if I want, I can go ahead and just tap and it turns it off. Now that corner lamp is off. My right slider is controlling my front porch light, which is all the way up. Of course, we don't need to step outside right now, and my front porch light is all the way off. As easy as that. Now, when I tap my main screen, this is great because we have the ability to customize this. These are 4 shortcuts, as we call them, for our scenes. So a scene, like I mentioned before, is I'm home. With I'm home, maybe my lights turn on and the music starts to play. So let's tap I'm home. Hey, my light just turned on. Whoop, right there. And music just started out of my Sonos. Now, I thought about hitting pause right there, but I can just go and hit my goodnight scene. And now with my goodnight scene, my lamp just turned off. And as you can hear, nothing coming out of the Sonos anymore. And this can be programmed to happen at a certain time of day. So if I want my goodnight scene to happen every day at 11 o'clock at night, I can absolutely do that. To create these scenes, it's very simple. I would simply go into scenes and create a new scene. You can pick an icon, add as many actions as you want, set it up to across all the different rooms. So a good morning scene, good night scene can integrate with all the different technology that you have. Let me go ahead and back out of there. I'm going to unmute the voice assistant to show you that this is natively built in. So I'm going to go ahead and ask her, Alexa, what's the weather today?
Currently, in Pleasant Hill at 60 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies.
Yeah, it's a nice day. They don't need it. We don't need to rub that in. We're a California-based company. I'm going to go ahead and mute her there, but I can get that same voice experience, get the weather, set a timer, even turn on and off my lights. So let me unmute her again real quick and say, Alexa, turn on the corner lamp.
Okay.
Alexa, turn off the corner lamp.
Okay.
Just like that. So the same voice experience that you normally have, we're now integrating directly into the Brilliant control. Again, no additional dot, echo, or tap, or any of that stuff. As for the other technology that we integrate with, lights, locks, doorbells, thermostats, you name it, I'm going to show you one experience that I have. So right here at my front door, let me make sure the lapel mic doesn't drag. I have a Schlage Encode Wi-Fi smart lock. And when I open up the door, let me show you here, I have a Ring Pro Video Doorbell 2. This could be any of the Ring doorbell cameras. If you were in a building high-rise, this could be a Butterfly MX intercom system. But I'm going to go ahead and press this button right here, and we can hear the ringing is going. So let me close my door and show you right here on the screen. This is going to pop on up as it pings the Ring servers to say, all right, let's go ahead and see who's at the front door. And notice I have the ability to lock the door. So let me go ahead and press lock. And when I press lock, my smart lock will, just a moment here, lock. As easy as that. And I see it's popped up on my screen right there. So now I can say, I can hold to talk, have that two-way conversation. If this was a Butterfly MX intercom system, I'd be able to swipe to unlock that main building entrance. And now they can get into the building as easy as that. If I scroll down here, I can go to my thermostat, which I personally have an Ecobee thermostat. I can have it set to auto. If I hit my here, I can go ahead and turn it off if I want. So now that thermostat is off. Tap back in, maybe it's getting a little bit cooler. I can turn it to heat and I can set the certain heat. For me, I have it set to auto in that very comfortable range, and we leave it like that. As far as access control, so we saw my front door lock, which we just locked. I can even control with the overhead door company, aka Genie, my garage door. So this is the fun one. I'm going to go ahead and open my garage door, and let's see how swift we can be as we run through the house. It's going, just caught it. And now, my garage is opening. Just like that. And we'll turn it away before you see exactly just how messy my garage is. So we don't need to see that. Close the garage, but other pieces tying into this system. So we're showing you how we work with music. We're showing you how we work with lights. That was the Brilliant control. What I also have are some Brilliant smart dimmer switches. So I'm holding the laptop in my left hand. Here's my right hand, because when I walk into the guest bathroom right here, the light turns on. I didn't have to do anything. That's the motion detection that's built in. And you can see right here, I have my Brilliant smart dimmer switch. I can go ahead and dim this down by slowly dragging. And if I go all the way down, it turns it off. And I can always just tap to turn it on as well. It's as easy as that. And with no motion, this light will turn off after a certain amount of time. It's really entirely up to you as the end user of what you want to set your motion parameters to be. What's nice is you can set that motion so it only happens during certain hours. Obviously, I don't need lights to turn on in the middle of the day, but at night between, say, sunset and sunrise, yeah, I want those lights to turn on. That's going to be a better experience. You can program all of that from the Brilliant control. If I tap on in, continuing on. What else do we have? With our cameras, we talk about the deep partnerships. I can actually go ahead and live view not just another Brilliant control with the camera that's in here, but all the Ring cameras that I have. So I have a side gate camera right here, and now it's accessing Ring. So again, it's pinging those Ring servers to go ahead and check out what's going on the outside. So whether it's a floodlight cam, a stick-up cam, pop-up cam, it doesn't matter. I know it's a little tough to see with the resolution. Apologies for the MacBook camera there, but I can again access all of the Ring cameras that I might have, not simply the ones that are just tied into a doorbell. With multiple Brilliance, we do have an intercom capability. So if I go ahead and tap intercom, I can choose to do a whole home broadcast, which is just the audio, or I can do a direct one-to-one video chat to another room. So that's the master bathroom. I have a Brilliant set up in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run on over there, and we're going to have that two-way video chat so you can see what the experience is like. Here we go. Okay, that was a long way. You don't see anything because there's a physical shutter. We're about privacy and security. Now you should see me as I've undone the physical shutter for privacy and security, but you can have that two-way conversation. Hey kids, dinner's ready, come on down. I'll be up in 5 minutes, you better be in bed. Whatever you need to say. And there you go. Now you can't see. With that, I'm going to come on back. All right, I was scampering around. I could hear it vaguely in the background, so I know it was working okay. All that is built in. Again, the old intercom system of days past, you don't have to worry about. These 4 tiles of I'm Home Goodnight music, completely customizable. If I wanted to go into my music, this is our partnership with Sonos. Hey, it was playing some 80s Spotify. Let's do some 70s Spotify. And I have my ability to group the rooms on the bottom if I want. We can see a little Boston More Than a Feeling. If I quickly crank it, you can hear that. And we turn it back down. So an in-wall music control, an intercom system, door locks, thermostats, you name it, we have the ability to control it all. So with that, let me go ahead and set on back down over here. That is your rundown of the Brilliant Control. We really encourage you to look further into us. If you have more questions, please schedule a meeting with us. Visit our virtual booth. We're here live to help you out. Any questions you may have, you can always reach out to us at sales@brilliant.tech. But we're ready to be your smart home partner of choice, because in the next decade, every home really is going to be a smart home, and every apartment will be a smart apartment. The same way we talk about cars. Cars today, they are smart cars. Do we call them smart cars though? No, they're just cars. They drive themselves, they park themselves, they do all these amazing things. The home is the next step in that evolution. We're ready to be your smart home partner of choice. So with that, we thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you in the virtual booth. Take care, everybody.